family watching through the river with Judas. Tearing down the barrel of his gun. Yes, he shot me down. I died and someone brought me back to life, but never to my senses. Pounce on that shit, dance. Pounce on that shit, dance.
All right, what's up? Welcome in. We are here to discuss Tunisia, Africa. Okay, Tunisia, I know. I ain't never heard of this either. Let me tell you, I was surprised hearing this story about this in Africa because I've heard of Tanzania, Egypt, Nigeria, Ghana. It was another one I was just talking about a couple of days ago, and I was talking about Tunisia, I hope I said it right, is in South Africa, but I was just talking about let me see if I can show y'all. Like if you go to a beach like Mazille, hey, you can look across and you see Italy. That's how close Italy and Africa are. Libya. Who else I was talking about? Because it's not far from Greece. Oh, I need to take a picture. I told these folks when we talk. Okay, sidebar. Morocco, sidebar. Sudan, I heard all them places, right? So when I was discussing something on Instagram, I told someone, I said, Egypt, if y'all look, in Greece and Turkey and all of that used to be close. Right? Egypt, Greece, and Turkey, and what is now Israel was really all together, not that close, right? No, it wasn't. It didn't happen. I did. Like, let's be for real. Everything broke off thousands of years ago, okay? But anyway, we're going to talk about Tunisia. Tunisia is, I did my research, y'all. So it's a country in North Africa. It's I'm going to let y'all see the slide. It's very beautiful. And I believe it's one of the countries in Africa that are now popularized with the Muslim community. In Cape Town, I heard of those. But it's because it's closer to like Italy and Greece and all that. The history of Tunisia is very, head covered, all of that, in there, right? So as you see the people, okay, it's a mixture of, here we go. Let me see if I can get this picture right here. Middle Eastern and African. So it's like Sudan in the sense, because Sudan have some of that too, right? Okay, so I was seeing this young woman. She went to Tunisia, and I was seeing a lot of women went, and I was kind of confused to why, because I've never heard of Tunisia. And when I did my research on TikTok, it was said that is one of the most sex trafficking countries. That country alone, they call it a country, but everybody say everything is close by. That city or country, because I heard Africans don't talk about it because there's not that many Africans there. It's a lot of sex trafficking going on there. It's a lot of that going on. So let's get into the story. This is Mika. Mika went to Tunisia, a Tunisia resort. And she went with her friend. Now, she said her and her friend went out to eat. I'm going to show y'all her TikTok, and I'm going to show the friends. And then I'm going to show you everybody else. We're going to go down the rabbit hole today. So she went with her friend. They had a great time, went out, had a drink, had a great time, went out, came back to the hotel. She went downstairs to ask for toilet paper. She said that is all she remembers. The next day, she knows she's waking up in the back of a truck. She gets out. That's why she's black and blue, ran away, run back to the hotel. She asked for cameras. Do you want to see the cameras, see who took her? All of that. And they telling her, oh, we only got a video of you running back in. So then she supposedly talked to their officers that's with the hotel. When she went to talk to the U.S. Embassy, they told her they don't work for them. They don't even know who them people are. They're not even police. So I see why I never heard of this country. I've heard, okay, put it like this. I heard a little bit, but I never heard it like tourists go here, go here, go here. Like I hear Egypt, because I heard a lot of women say be careful in Egypt a little if you're going by yourself. I heard of Ghana. Ghana is a nice time. Nigeria, Tanzania. It's, just a couple of names out there that people go and have a great time. They feel safe. But I never heard of people go there. So we're going to go into it, because when I went down the rabbit hole on TikTok, it was very weird. It was very weird. Very weird. Hold on, y'all. All right, let's go. We're going to go to it. Let me see if I can find her page. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find her page because I was just at her page. And when I tell you, okay, and a lot of people were like, oh, they've been here she go, doing this for years and stuff. Okay, hold on. All right, here go the story, y'all. And then we're going to go to the friend, because this is crazy.
I cannot believe this shit. Like, they really tried to kidnap me in Africa. And if that shit happened to me, I know it happens to other people. And I just was blessed enough to get the fuck away. But all right, so when I came out here Friday. Friday night was cool. Saturday night we went out. I'm not a party person, so like an hour into the club, I'm like, I always do this, nothing new. I'm like, all right, I'm going to the hotel. It's hella taxis outside. It's a lot of people out there. So the taxi brings me back to the hotel. I come upstairs. I go to the front desk because I needed a key. My key, I don't know where my key was, but I went to the front desk to get a key. So they gave me a key. I come upstairs. Then I'm like, dang it, ain't no tissue. I go back downstairs. I go to the front desk. God, that is the last thing I remember, being at the front desk. The next thing I remember is waking up in the back of a fucking car. I start freaking the fuck out. Like, I'm trying to get out. And once I get out, this guy, that shit is blurry. I thought the front desk, all that shit is blurry. I don't know what woke me up. I don't know what they gave me, what they did to me. I don't know. The last thing I remember is being at the lobby. So, the guy, he get out the car. We're tussling. We fucking fighting. Like, I'm fucking fighting for my life. Like, I'm really like, all I could think about was my fucking kids. Like, man, I gotta get back home to my kids. I'm really fighting for my life. Like, this nigga's punching me. Y'all can see, like, he's trying to telling me, shut up. I was not, like, giving up wasn't an option. Like, I really was fucking fighting for my life. So I managed to get away by the grace of God. I don't even know how I really got away. It's all woods. I just started running. I did not look back. I'm running fast as shit to where I could see cars and lights. I'm running fast as shit. But this shit is blurry. I don't know what they gave me or did to me. So once I get, I finally was able to wave somebody down and get some help. A taxi brought me back to the hotel, right? So, okay, y'all, I'm in the airport. So I'm going to keep talking about it, though, before I forget. So the taxi brings me back to the hotel. So I'm running there. I tell Queen, y'all, I'm with Queen, so just keep up with me. I tell Queen, I'm like, they fucking took me. She telling me I'm yelling out shit. Like, I was fighting for my life. Woody. She like, you just was you was in distraught. Like, you was in shock. You was crying and all that stuff. So, She got on, so she asked in the hotel, y'all. The hotel would not show us no videos. They were just not helping us. They did not call the police for me. They did not give a fuck. That's how I know the hotel has something to do with it, because it just doesn't make sense. So what they're saying, right? They're trying to say that I never came back to the hotel. Like once I like out their words of their mouth, they said I got snatched from the club.
How she got snatched from the club and she just regulated, she wasn't even that drunk, as she said. Number two, a lot of people thought that her friend Queen had something to do with it. No. Queen was like, no. I think they had separate rooms and people were thinking they shared a room. They had separate rooms. And that's where they went wrong at. But we're going to get into that.
For one, how the fuck you know I was at the club? Two, if I got snatched at the club, where in the club I have this purse, I'm recording with this phone in the club. Like we're having a ball. I got this purse on and I'm recording this phone. How the fuck did my stuff get back in the room if I never came back? He keep trying to say, oh y'all, it's just so much. It's just so much. But when I say I was fighting for my fucking life, like they did not expect for me to make it back to that hotel. I was never supposed to come back to that hotel, yo. I was never supposed to come back. Then, you know what I'm saying, once I'm back, everybody, they looking so crazy. Everybody looking so crazy. When you go back downstairs, nobody wants to talk to her. Nobody, we don't want to talk to you. Now, nobody know no English.
They know English.
And for y'all to keep telling me that I never came there after the club, yes, the fuck I did. Yes, I know I did. But if I didn't come back after the club, right? Or if I, you know what I'm saying? If I didn't come back after the club, why? How the fuck is my stuff in? And say if I didn't, you know what I'm saying? What they saying? If I didn't, if I got taken from the club, or if I willingly walked out of the hotel, you're gonna show me. You were so pressed to show me running in while it was light time, distraught. That's the only video they showed. But when I'm running in, I have no purse, I have no phone. You know why? Because my shit was upstairs. Because I was upstairs. Man, this shit is so stressful. I don't even know what to do, how to go about this, who to say nothing to. I don't know. I don't know. I did not come here like this. All of this right here is all over my body. Okay, y'all, and then it's just a lot of weird shit going on. Like the manager decided, remind me this happened Saturday night, Sunday morning. Once I got back to the hotel from escaping, I stayed in my room. I didn't want to go nowhere. I had booked a flight. You know, the next available flight was in the day. You think they came and checked on me? You think he asked? You know why the police showed up? Do y'all know why the police showed up? The police showed up because the hotel said Queen was being disruptive and like, you know what I'm saying? Down there being too loud and shit, yelling at them, disrespecting them and shit. They never knew nothing I was talking about pertaining to me or nothing she was telling to me. I had to call the fucking embassy, the U.S. embassy. They came and they brought their own police officers. And then even the guys that was police that night kept telling Queen, oh, come with him. Go with him to make a report. Go with him to make a report. We showed the real police that the embassy run, and he said that's not one of our guys.
Whoa.
What the?
I'm glad her friend did not go with them to do no report. I'm glad she didn't, because if they saying, hey, that's not a police officer that we have here, because they would have took her.
But like I cannot make this shit up. And then the manager, I got a picture of him, y'all. He telling me Oh, it was just this Monday, we going downstairs to talking shit. So he could show us the cameras. He tell me, "Can you just stay in the room?" And she go, "We like no, we not like nobody going nowhere by themselves. Y'all janky." He asked me, he like, "You got some sunglasses or you like, can you cover up?" Fuck no. I want everybody to see what the fuck you know what I'm saying? Like it happened here, from here. I know for a fact I was in here. Y'all keep trying to tell me I wasn't here. But how did my purse that I had at the club, which I'm on camera in the club with my phone in my purse. So then when I get back to the hotel, I don't have no phone, no purse. That's what they showing me. I don't have no phone, no purse. I don't even have shoes on. But my shit is upstairs. Then he like, "Oh, this was an accident." What the fuck do you mean it was an accident? This is the craziest shit I've ever been in my life. I travel a lot. It's not my first time out the country. It's not my second time out the country. I travel a lot. And the hotel won't show all the videos. If y'all innocent, just show the videos. You were so supposed to show me, "Oh, this is when she came back in." That's what they try to do. "Oh, this is when she came back in." After I got into all that, you know what I'm saying? No, the fuck. That's not when I came back in. Y'all didn't expect me to come back in.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
All right, y'all. So they really didn't expect for her to come back in. They did not.
Y'all look at my face.
Let me stop sharing. Uh, here is the friend. I'm finna show y'all the friend, and then we finna go to other people. A lot of people say they had the same experience.
I believe every single thing.
Let me see if she posts something else.
رجعت علي في التاكسي وحدها والراجل رجع وحده في التاكسي هاي من بعد قالت هي رجعت تقول لي ما نعرفش الوقت بالضبط قال لي ما بقاتش برشا عاد خرج قلت لي مع قريب الفجر
203.
Okay, so I'm let this play, and we're gonna break down what was said because somebody just broke it down.
عشان نقرر مش خلي هدية نخدم عليها سابق وقت خلي توج وحده نخدم وقت اللي خلينا نخدم عليها وقت حتى ضرب حتى 34 ساعة من شغل كثير بس من تقدم البواسير هاي أنا عشان دخلنا متحمس لا كان عندي طيب يجي الخرج تجي ثلاثة ولا ستة ولا خمسة كثير مش لما حد يسوي مشكلة كان طلع خوف من ذلك السيء
Okay. Someone said, he says, hello, I spoke to, he said, hello, I speak in their language. First of all, girl, this girl did not pay the taxi. No, this is on an E pointing at you. Even when she came back, she did not pay the taxi. So the guys took another taxi to the ATM machine and came back to pay their taxi in hers. How the hell is she supposed to pay a taxi if she's beat up? Then it says, so the second guy, at what time they came back from the taxi? Guy one, they came back at 4 a.m., but you don't have the video. Crazy, right? Guy two, yes, that's what she said to you, and then you said at 2 o'clock. They came back angry at each other, and the guy was in his taxi and the girl was in her taxi. Each of them repeat taxis. He says the same thing twice. Tell her that the boy is the one who picture she showed us on Instagram. He said that the guy two in front of him. I don't want to bother with her. I'm not the police. And normally she doesn't have the right to do this kind of thing. She'll quiet down. We'll call the embassy. Someone say, wow, this is sad. Shout out to Mr. President. So basically he's trying to say she didn't pay for her taxi and all that stuff. So they went and they got their hair braided. Like I told you before, they are mixed culture in Tunisia. Tunisia, and I forgot where else is a mixed culture in Africa. I did my research because I want to go to Africa. I got like 4 places I want to go to in Africa.
In Africa.
Yes. Africa, it has very cheap hair braiding, nails. So you pay what, 200 for the boho? You're gonna pay about $100. One girl paid like not even 100. She gave her a tip, which made it $100 or something dollars. But her braids was all the way to the back of her kneecaps. And their braids alone, that is $80 in Africa. It's a girl in Ghana that I want to go to one day that she does it. She does a great job.
Do not stay here, guys. This is the Penthouse Suite Hotel. They will let people take you, and this man does nothing. Nothing at all. These are all the Tunisian people, and my sister got snatched, and they're not helping anything. I asked for help 100 times, and they're not helping.
All right. Now, she's not the only one they're not the only ones that had this. I went down the rabbit hole, baby, when I tell you, it is bad. It gets bad. Let me see if I can look at her aftermath. Okay. Let me see, because there are other people who had a bad experience in Tunisia. And one girl was crying, literally. Now, I saw one girl say she had a good time in Tunisia. Another girl said, is it safe and friendly? And she went in 2024. Now, I don't know what happened after. So I'm going to show everybody experiences, good or bad. All right. So this is what some people had to say. Other people have different ones.
My experience as a female solo traveler in Tunisia. So yeah, let's get into it. So it's not new news that Tunisia has a bit of a reputation because of the incident that happened there back in 2015 and also comments that the president made recently. So yeah, I was very apprehensive before the trip and took a lot of precaution. But honestly, my experience was so much better than I had expected. So I spent a week between Sousse, Sidi Bouzid, Tunis and Hammamet, and they're totally a must-see when you go. I found the locals very friendly. I remember this incident on the train where I didn't know how much to pay, and an elderly man who didn't have a word of English was so kind to help me count out the correct fare. I did get the odds there from locals, but I guess that sometimes comes with the territory of solo travel. I didn't at any point feel unsafe, but for complete transparency, I did all my tours with a local guide, and I highly recommend you do too when you go, because it will help you navigate the country easier and also make the most of your time there. Honestly, Tunisia is absolutely amazing with most beautiful beaches, rich culture, history, architecture, and the most flavorsome food. It's also very affordable, so I'll definitely be returning with the rest of my family. So yeah, totally recommend. Hi guys.
I'm in a club in Tunisia and I don't really give a fuck. I'm gonna give you the tale of my personal experience of what the fuck has happened to me while being here. So I've been here for 2 hours. I turned around and one guy was videoing my ass. Not that I have one, not at all. I gave pancakes, pan fucking cakes. The man was videoing my ass. He had the phone propped up under mine and my friend's ass cheeks. We turned around at our table. The phone was there, only on us, on our absolute behind. This is the same guy that asked my friend to go home with him.
I'm going to be honest with y'all. I think it's the club. I don't know. I think it's their club scene too. Because the other girl didn't go to a club. I'm not knocking out anybody's experience. But I truly believe it's something with that darn club and that hotel. Allegedly.
And has been annoying her the whole fucking night. Okay? Lucky I met some people from London, so I just been like sitting with like them to make me feel a little bit safer. The men here are actually like really scaring me. Like the shit they say to us and like the shit they do like makes me mad fucking uncomfortable. You need to come here. Like usually when you come here, your cab driver like sits inside the club with you because they say like it's dangerous for British people because there's like an attack on British people. I don't know. The cab drivers and my hotel locals have told me this, but like I'm really fucking scared. I'm actually scared. My cab driver's on a job and then he's coming back for me, so I have to wait for him because I'm too scared to get any random cab guy. After my experience with numerous men here, we was in the toilet. Okay, me and some random woman was going to the toilet. Like, she FaceTimed her male friends and forced us to go in the camera and like wave at them and like she was talking like in her language like about us like to him and like forced us to like video call him. The shit they make us do here is fucking wild. I'm actually scared for my life. Just my personal experience. I'm sorry if you take offense because this is your country, but me, I've had a very weird experience with the men. That's just me being honest. I'm a bit nervous. I'm in a club in Tunisia.
Traveling while black is always wondering if a country is safe for you. Let's talk about Tunisia in North Africa.
Good photo. Photo together.
Let me start by saying it was 10 out of 10. I've been to 11 countries in Africa. I felt the safest here and in Rwanda. The locals were friendly and gave me tons of compliments. They were kind and made me feel welcome even though I didn't speak French or Arabic. All of my interactions felt genuine. In other countries like Egypt or Morocco, it felt like people were kind just to get money out of you. Even the men were very respectful.
I heard that too about Egypt. But when they see a black person in Egypt, it's like, don't matter the shade. Oh my God. Nefertiti. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's what they do. That's what they do. They because I was arguing with someone on TikTok. I was like, it was never black people. I say, yeah, the hell it was a hell of a black people in Egypt. It only became non-black when Cleopatra reigned at the time, because the way they did her bloodline, Greece did it, was so messed up. I'm just gonna say that. But the way that she reigned, Greece women were jealous of the Egyptian women because Greece women had to, be the stay-at-home moms and be taking care of the same shit that they were pushing right here. But in Egypt, baby, you can be rich. Woman, man, or woman, you're equal. It's conversations like, yeah, you can, if you feel like you made more, you can sit with a man and have a conversation. That's how it was in Egypt. And I'm not sure if it's still the same, but that's how it was, because women and men wasn't seen like, oh, men own more thing. It was equal.
And polite. Now, every experience is unique. This was mine, and I loved it. Traveling while black is always wondering if
that was her experience.
Let's talk about Tunisia in North.
That's her experience. Now let's see if we can go to somebody else. Okay, here goes this girl.
So I'm going to tell you about the first negative experience I've had being in Tunisia. I have visited Tunisia a lot of times. I've visited Sousse and Hammamet.
Before she starts, I want y'all to pay attention with how the British and American women have an issue over there. I don't know. I have a feeling what it is, but just pay attention.
That is where I've stayed on many occasions. I'm very aware of the scams and things. It is what it is. Everybody gets caught up in one of the scams. It doesn't matter who you are, you'll fall for it eventually. Like, these people know what they're doing. They just want to make money, they don't want to hurt you. But me and Callum went on a day trip thing. We went to Carthage, Nepal Market, and Sidi Bou Saad. So Carthage and the market was amazing. Absolutely loved it. Callum absolutely loved the Carthage ancient ruins. It was amazing, like I just said. And then
yes, they do. Yes, and when they see black women, I'm gonna show y'all once we get through this how the black women are like the eye, and yeah.
Then we went to Sidi Bou Saad. Now, let me de-influence you. Sidi Bou Saad is beautiful. However, it is very, very busy with like trips. It's full of tourists. It's really, really busy. Me and Callum wanted to get something to eat, but the queues were ridiculous. We were like, we'll just sit in this little cafe and just have a cup of coffee. Obviously, I am so bad at feeling sorry for people, and one of the guys that puts an eagle on your head and then wants money after did it to us. So he went to put the eagle on Callum, and I was like, scam. So I was like, how much? And he was like, no, free. And then he wanted 80 dinar. I didn't give him 80 dinar. I gave him less than that. And then he was telling me about his children and things. Like, me being the empath that I am, I felt really bad. And then he was like, oh, can I take a picture with you? So he gave Callum his phone and wanted to have a picture with me and the eagle, which is fine. So we took some pictures. Like, he literally just had his hand on my back, which was fine. Like, he wants to take pictures. And then he told Callum to move in front of us because Callum was like stood at an angle, and he put his hand literally just like above my bum. I was too scared to say anything because you're in a foreign country, you're in their country, and I'm not the sort of person that feels confident enough to speak.
Say what now? He did what? What? Okay.
About those things, because he could have quite easily said, no, like, what you on about? Don't know what you're on about. Made a fuss and caused a scene, and I didn't want that to happen. But that is the first time I've ever been inappropriately touched by a man in Tunisia. They'll like try and guide you into markets and stuff, maybe like touch your arm, but I've never ever been touched like that before, and I just want to pre-warn other female.
Okay, hold on. It was one video, and it was a girl that lives there, and she was talking about it as well. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find her. And she lives there. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, so this girl lived there. Here it is. And this is what she had to say.
Okay, so now that I've been living in Tunisia for almost 2 years now, here's some things that I've noticed about Tunisia and Tunisian people. Tunisian people do not like to walk on the sidewalk. Like, I'm literally not kidding. Sometimes I'll be driving and, like, people will be in the way and they won't move and they don't care. And mind you, the sidewalk is empty. They do not care. Tunisian people do not walk on the sidewalk. They walk on the street. Tunisian people are really hospitable. You can meet somebody like 2 seconds ago and they'll invite you to your house to meet their whole family, eat dinner with them, and live with them forever. Extremely welcoming. I like that about them. It's very true they eat harissa.
I'm not staying at your damn house. I don't know you like that. But okay.
And mayonnaise with everything. Like harissa is like the ketchup of Tunisia. Harissa Tunisian people is like Louisiana hot sauce to like Southern Black people. Like you put it on your chicken, your fried fish, everything. Tunisian people lack patience. I could literally be at a green light and it just turned green like 2 seconds ago and someone will be honking like I've been there for 10 minutes. Or if there's a line, people will try to cut you. They're not gonna wait. Tunisian people do not have patience. Jamila. Tunisian people love to dance. Like whenever.
Okay, that's nice. Everybody has had different experiences, right? So let's go to, I haven't seen any more experience. I was looking for some other videos. And it's near, like this young lady I'm gonna show y'all. She says it's near the Mediterranean.
Really nothing to play with. You know, if you don't know where Tunisia is, it is in North Africa, right? Right at the tip. If you're looking at North Africa, right around the Mediterranean, it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
The food is amazing. The people are amazing. It's bright. It's beautiful. They have some great beaches, especially up in Cap Bon. I keep hearing, I didn't get a chance to go to the beach, but I keep hearing that Tunis Beach is not like as nice as it used to be, but still nice nonetheless. But the place to go is Cap Bon. So I'm coming back and I'm going to the beach.
I think Cap Bon is the one I was telling you guys that you can see Italy across the water.
It's nice and warm right now, but it's been cold for the last few days because it's spring. And you know how spring is, you know, especially if you're from Atlanta, you know, one day it could be really cold, the next day it could be really warm. Like I came out here in a turtleneck and I'm hot. So, but I definitely recommend you to put this on your list. The company that brought us out here, the Sawa Taste of Tunisia. They are an amazing, all-inclusive culinary company. I can't even call them culinary company, travel company, travel planners. And basically, they have curated this entire trip where we were able to engage with a lot of local restaurants, a lot of small businesses. And it just feels good to know that the community is benefiting off of me being here. You know, it's very easy to go somewhere, hit Google, hit TripAdvisor, and just, you know, kind of run your finger down a list and say, all right, I'll do that. But it's something very different and very special to have an opportunity to have someone actually curate a trip for you that says, hey, no, I know where to take you because this is my home. So really enjoyed this trip. Would definitely recommend it 10 out of 10. All right. So y'all can see to me.
I'm going to say this. If you go, some people still might want to go. Okay? If you go, don't go to the club. Don't go. Don't go to that resort. Now, I want to show y'all with Egypt. Some people say they had the same. That it's the same with Egypt. Good times, bad times. So this happened to this woman in Egypt traveling, and this happened to her.
Welcome, Queen, my queen. You are my queen.
Okay.
My queen.
Okay.
Egyptian passport for you? How many camel? How many camel?
A lot.
Over here.
Just to throw this for me.
Okay.
Damn. My queen and my sweet. How do you do?
Oh, they just gas you up over here.
Nefertiti, how many hearts you breaking
Nefertiti. I don't know. I'm counting over here.
So I went to Egypt, and this is what happened.
I'm sorry. How many hearts are you breaking today? I can't. That happened to her. Some people say they felt uncomfortable. Let's see. This is the Nubian area that Miss Lenora was talking about. Let's see.
Ain't nobody told me nothing.
I'm done with them. I'm on my nerves.
Somebody go get her.
Oh. Okay. She has some rules.
Okay, so if you want to travel Egypt and you want to have a good time, there are some rules that you should really follow to make sure that you have a good experience. I just finished hosting my 3rd and 4th group trips in Egypt, and the ladies had a great time because they all followed these rules. So I'm going to tell you what they are so that you can follow them when you take your trip to Egypt. Number 1, if you stay in the pyramids area, which we typically do on my group trips, you are not allowed to leave the hotel. Also, when we're on the cruise, you don't leave the cruise ship. And this is really just for your safety. Once you leave, we can't really control what happens. And you don't know the language, you don't know what's going on. So it's really safer if people just stay where they're supposed to be. Number 2, dress appropriately. If you're a woman, you need to be covered up, honey. I mean, covered up, no crop tops, no shorts. I want to see your knees, no how you back out, nothing see-through. Number 3, under no circumstances should you ever engage with street vendors. Don't even look at them. Pretend you are blind.
Let me tell you something. You go to Jamaica, Montego Bay, I'm going to tell you right now, it's a place, I forgot the name of it. Same way. Baby, I spent almost $200-300. Never again. Oh, buy this. Oh, this is good. So they do that same thing over there. She not lying. Them street vendors keep walking. Keep walking. Like Soul to Soul say, keep on moving. Keep moving. You finna go broke as hell. Because they're going to give you everything that you think you like. I learned that when I went to Jamaica. And then the second time I went, I learned to be more frugal and things like that. Be a little more, I spend what I want, and I'm learned the word, no, thank you. So that, but she's not lying. When you go to these countries like Africa, the islands, some islands, they have street vendors, and that's how they make their money, right? So, yeah.
Blind and deaf, honey. Get you a dark pair of sunglasses and act like you Ray Charles. You can't see them, honey, and you can't hear them. Because once you start engaging with them, they will be on you, okay? So don't say nothing to these people. Number 4, tipping is always included in my group trips. So we have a no tipping policy. Once you get here and you're on the group trip with me, you don't have to tip nobody. You've already paid for it. Number 5, of course, we go through a tour company to make sure that we have a good experience, that we have a tour guide with us all the time. So if for whatever reason we do have some type of issue, there's always somebody who's here to handle it. Okay.
I'm going to have to talk to my cousin. He lives in Italy, but he's stationed there right now. So I'm going to have to ask him about that, because I think when he went and showed my cousins around, I believe he said the same thing. You're going to spend some money.
Hey.
Now, I know some of this may sound extreme to you, but to be quite honest, Egypt is kind of extreme. So, extreme times, extreme measures, either way, the ladies always enjoy their time when they do follow these rules. So, if you follow these rules when you go to Egypt, then you should be completely fine. And of course, if you also want to enjoy your trip to Egypt, then you can hit up my favorite Egypt tour company, Egypt Travel Tours, and they'll take good care of you from the time you touch down at the airport, honey. So let me know if y'all have any other questions about traveling Egypt, and I will see y'all in the next video.
Now, that's one place I want to go, especially Tanzania. Also, that's one place I want to go. But I never heard of that country in North Africa, because I see a lot of people don't travel there, and you know what I'm saying? No shade. I just know that. Let me see. And it's one island in Africa I heard about. I would never travel there. Tanzania. Okay, so Tanzania, right? Really? I'm gonna have to. I don't know about Italy. I was thinking. Hold on, this is transparent.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Here we go.
No, I go past this one.
They stand in a tent in Tanzania, Zanzibar. Okay, so let me tell you why I want to go to Tanzania, which is really, really cool. Now, Kenya and Tanzania are like next to each other, right? Around that area, but there is a border, right? So you got to be careful where you stand. Understood? But you can literally stand right there and be, like that's Kenya right there. You can't just walk over there. They will pew you. But the only people that can walk over there, the goddamn lions and crap and the monkeys and all of them. But then, okay, you can see it, so it's kind of cool. And then you go to Kenya, very nice. I'm gonna show y'all. That's where I want to go to. Oh my God, beautiful. And then you go on your safari, and guess what you see? Tanzania. I was like, listen, that is like the coolest goddamn thing ever to me. Okay.
Zanzibar, this is mine right here. Thank you, brother. All right, so this is my tent. It's pretty big. We're in the middle of Serengeti.
I'm
no
not doing
motherfucking
it.
fences and nothing.
I'm not doing it.
Take a look inside. Okay. There's literally
That is a
no,
lion
this is
Ziploc
just bush
bag.
out
She
here,
ain't lying.
Plain Serengeti bush. I have a porch.
Take me to the
Ashtray.
resort.
Is this a doorbell?
I don't want that.
Because if it is, I don't have a door.
I
So
know
why
you
would I have a
don't.
doorbell?
I hope you got your shots too.
Maybe it's a light.
He'd about you. It's over. Yellow fever. Oh, that's nice. Hell no.
Oh, this is lovely. I got a motherfucking couch, son.
Good for you. But
I got a fucking couch.
Mm-mm.
Here we go. We have a
You trying to
beautiful
be somebody's
bed
steak for dinner.
as we enter.
Breakfast
Lovely
too.
seating area. Accoutrements like water and a beautifully designed
It's nice.
bottle.
But that's
Here we have a walkie-talkie just in case shit go down.
what?
Laundry, boom, dirty, white, colors. Should I say colors?
Separated.
Then we have a vanity, beautiful couch. All right.
Oh, that couch looks
We have a lamp,
bed.
lovely old school lamp, but it's not. It's kerosene.
One thing also, if y'all traveling, that's the kind of things you have to plug up your phones, stuff like that. If you do decide to travel like Italy and Africa and stuff like that, places, you have to get one of those outlets to go into that outlet for your phone. Their outlets are plugins are totally different than ours. So I remember when I used to work at Walmart and I was talking to this couple and he was like, yeah, you know, my daughters and us, we're just our family trip to Italy. We do this every year. I was like, really? And I, you know, we have a conversation. I wanted to go. She said, you should go. She said, but always, she taught me, she said, get, you know, one of the things, I think it's like a converter, something like that. Get that to plug your stuff in. She said, make sure you have certain things. And we had a good conversation. She told me everything I needed to know. And she said, I've been to Africa. She told me where to go. Even in Ghana, you do not need, now I know everybody talking about, I want to leave the country. A nice, great tip. Ghana is citizenship is 6 months. You can go there for 6 months. You don't have to have, you don't have to have it. I think you do or don't. Somebody told me you really don't have to, and you can go. You can go live there. They accept them people. FYI. But don't go over there with that BS. Africa is not, I know some of these people, oh, I watch Baddies Africa. No. I don't even see how they allow them to fight over there because they don't fight like that. Okay?
But you're trying to make it look, Kerosene. Look at the bed. The bed is amazing. Huh? We have the mosquito net looking lovely.
Don't need it.
Walk over into here. This is the bathroom. Vanity.
What the tub look
Big
like?
Mirror.
Give me the shower. What the shower look like?
But we have a whole shower.
Okay, that's nice.
Lovely. Let's look at the toilet.
I get the water.
Respectable. Yellow toilet brush. Adds a little pizzazz.
That's nice.
You know.
What else?
All in all, this is beautiful.
Okay.
I don't know what you want to talk about. It's nice. This is lovely.
You gonna remember to zip that up tonight?
And then my porch. Chairs to chill. Look
now,
off.
I want to be by myself. That look nice. That's off the grid. That's a nice off the grid. You know, no phone. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. You cut your phone out. It's nice, but hell, not with me being somebody breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm sorry.
I'm grateful.
3 hours later.
Yeah, come on with the tea.
I'm in the middle.
You wanted to take your butt out there.
In a tent.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
No fence.
No.
Just a tent.
Yeah. What now?
And there were just lions.
Roaring. Sure was.
Right.
Next to the tent, huh?
There.
Yeah. Can't go smoke, can't you?
This is wild.
You wanted to stay? Devil is a lie. All right, let's look at this young lady story.
Please, 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 don't prove I'm right.
He's laughing at it too.
Please, 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 don't bring me to tears when I...
No. No. Wait, hold on. How that happened? Oh, Lord. I just want to know if she's serious.
You know, Maasai and polygamy people. So allowed to marry more than 10 wives.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many wives do you have?
Now I have 2, but I need more.
Okay. All right. You need one of this?
Yeah.
Which one? That's fine.
You for real, girl?
She said.
So I have a husband now.
Girl.
That's number 3. That's me. What's your name, husband?
My name is Tunai.
Tunai.
I hope my second wife will enjoy.
And
then I appreciate we come back to me.
Yes,
I come to pick cow.
Cow?
Yeah, like 100 cow.
Okay.
He for real. He said that he would give her family a cow to marry her. He dead serious. He said he would pay a cow. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with a cow in America. Pay a cow. He said his name is See You Tonight, honey.
That works.
Yeah.
That works for me.
I come. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
He for real, girl. See, look, they go to cow. You the third wife. What a second, the first wife.
The Maasai we love cow because we eat the meat and the blood from the cow and milk. So that's why we love cow.
You eat the blood? Like
We mix blood and milk, and then
mm,
we used to drink.
yummy?
Yeah. You like blood and milk?
No,
Which food do you like?
I like water
Uh-huh.
and fruit.
Yeah.
And
Stop
vegetables.
looking at him like
Good.
that. What are
Good.
you doing?
Ashane
Love you
Ali.
so much.
I love you too.
Yeah, I can't even take her serious. I can't. Okay. Okay. Thanks for my grocery order. Let's go to Kenya. It was one guy I follow on here, and he moved to Kenya after he had a great experience. There he go. I think this is him. I think. I don't know. But
All right, guys, I'm in the streets of Kenya, Africa, and Nairobi, Africa, Nairobi, Kenya. You can order Ubers, but you can order motorbike Ubers. So you order the Uber, and you get on the back of their bike. It's quite an experience. I'm about to show y'all this in Kenya, Africa. All right, here we go. This is my Uber. Hold up. That's pretty cool, man. Uber bike.
wow.
All right, guys. Here we go.
You better hold on.
All right, guys, here we go.
Yeah.
What I hold on to? What I hold on? What I hold on to? Hold on to you? Why just? Okay, cool. I'm gonna hold on to this. All right. All right, we go. Kenya, baby.
Hold on, bro.
Oh shit! Yo, that's crazy. This is amazing. Ah! Woo, boy, I tell you. Oh my goodness. Look at this, man. Hey, look. This is Uber Kenya. Oh man, and look. You got to experience life, man.
Now, if you have like an early morning flight, let me tell you something. I know we talk about traffic here in the U.S. in certain parts of the states, right? But baby, they traffic is bumper. I will hit you, move, get out the way. Let's go. That's their traffic. See, theirs is swerving. And, hey, move, get out the way type joint. Yeah, theirs is different.
You got to experience life. Yo, they be weaving between these cars.
Sure do. Ain't no way. I'm sorry. So she lives in Africa.
That's also.
Dang, that's all you got to say? Okay, so basically, living in Kenya, from what I've heard, is that they have blackouts. So they have a time period of when they cut your lights off. I think it sits between, I say, 10 to 12. And then it could be from 12, it'll stay on from 12 to a certain time, then it'll be another certain time, right? So they have blackouts where they preserve their energy for lighting. I forgot who it was I was watching, and he was there. He was having a good time out with everybody. It was 6 o'clock, music was bumping, all of a sudden Kenya turned that off. Everywhere it was a blackout till like 7 o'clock. Yeah, they don't play.
With Monkeys. Lunch is a Kokomo where you have the best hummus you've ever had. With Monkeys. Lunch is a Kokomo. With Monkeys. Lunch is a Kokomo.
Hold on, y'all. Okay. Let me see if I can show living in Kenya. Thinking that was her thing, but Just if anybody want to live abroad, it's okay. I'm with you. Trust me. Okay, here we go. I got it acting right. She can tell the pros and cons.
Let's go. Number one pro is that you look around and everybody looks like you. So everything just feels a little more comfortable. You feel me? You don't have the same problems that you have in other places. Number two, you could go outside, usually anywhere, and find everything you need at the markets. And y'all, I mean everything. They don't tax. It's much better than like the public stores. And you'll just make more friends like that. Everyone is so much more friendly in the markets. They'll even give you discounts, give you extra stuff. So check out the markets. Also, it's very safe around here. I'll say that Kenya feels very safe. The atmosphere is very safe. Everyone's pretty friendly too. Cons, I would just say sometimes the electricity is not really my favorite. If you know, you know. And lastly, do some research on Kenyan law enforcement, and you gonna see why that's also pros and cons of living in Kenya.
I've been living in Kenya for the past 7 months, and this is my pros and cons. I saw this American girl doing it, and I'm like, I want to do my point of view. And yeah, this is living in Kenya as a Canadian. One big pro is networking, money, and transportation. Like M-Pesa is the most genius thing I've ever discovered in my life. Like it's so smart, it's so easy, it's so quick, it's so fast. I haven't even used cash once, and I've been there for like 8 months. So M-Pesa is genius. One pro is also like convenience. Like you don't have to always pay card for like Uber. You can pay cash when the Uber comes to your house, like Uber Eats and like ordering clothes online or ordering food. They do cash on delivery, which is like amazing. Cause I'm like, sometimes I order stuff and never comes. So doing this cash on delivery is like the most genius thing ever. And transportation, there's Boda Boda, there's Bolt, there's Uber, there's a lot of apps you can use. I would say it's safe. It's pretty safe. You can track your rides, you can send to your friends and stuff. So all that has been so easy for me living in Africa. Literally, like I have no issue with moving around. Or if you want to have like a private driver, that's also affordable as well. You can do a private guy. That's cool. One con about living in Kenya that I had to like adapt is restaurants. Like if you don't like your order, if you don't like your drink, they can't just make your order again or give you a new dish, which I'm so used to back in Canada, but that's not really a big culture in Kenya. So I had to like learn to just always order things that I know I'm gonna like. I don't really experiment in new foods because I'm like, they can't really change it for you unless you want to pay for a new meal, which I'm like, why? One big pro is everyone speaks English. Literally everyone speaks English. If not, their English is still pretty good to like get by. And that's why like I haven't really learned Swahili because I'm like, everyone knows English and everybody's so kind, so welcoming. Like literally, like you be in the Uber, you can have a full conversation with the Uber driver for like 30 minutes. And everyone's just so like happy. I don't know. I just love the vibe there. One con is like when I first moved there, everyone kept warning me about phones and gold. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? It did happen to me, but guys, you can get robbed anywhere around the world. Just be precautious, be safe. It can happen to you. It happens to even residents, to locals. It happens to everybody. So that's like a welcome gift when you come. Also, being a girl, it's like I love getting maintenance day, my hair done, spas. So just be careful the salons you go to. I know like the price difference can be like crazy because you're getting it done for like so much cheaper, but please watch what they put in your hair because I got so much damage in Kenya by trusting like a lot of salons. But now I'm like very precautious. I do my own hair now. But yeah, if you're a girl, I highly suggest just doing your own hair. Or if you have someone you really trust, go with that. There's so many salons I trust in Nairobi, but they cost a lot more than like the local ones. So it depends if you guys want to spend. If you guys don't want to spend, it's up to you. I don't know. I can't really think of much right now, but that's like my little list. But for anybody visiting or wanting to visit Kenya, I would highly recommend. I love Kenya so much. My favorite place in the whole world. I feel like I spend a lot of time in coast, so it's like really relaxing for me. Nairobi is a bit fast paced and everyone's just like on the move, which is kind of.
And also, the food thing is a thing in everywhere in Africa. She ain't lying. A lot of the girls go to Nigeria or Ghana for Dirty December, which is coming in a couple of months. And they say it's the same thing. Oh, the girls are gonna be outside. I know we in a recession. They don't give a damn.
Coming from an African American woman who has a child with an African man, who is married to an African man, and who has lived in the continent of Africa for 3 years. Let me tell you what's up. If an African man is interested in you and you can see no fruit of success, he's needy, girl. He's going to exploit you to the best of his ability.
She got a point, a little. I heard a lot of girls rather go to Nigeria than Ghana because the Nigerian men, ooh la la, let me give you some of this. Don't worry, baby, they flashy, right? Like Burna Boy treated Chloe, yeah. The Ghana men, you got to be a wife to get that, and they very cheap.
And then because you're not going to be able to humble and respect him because you come from the West, and that is very difficult to do. Take it from somebody that knows. Take it from what Esther is saying. We're not lying to you. It's difficult to submit to a man who you don't need. He's going to exploit you and discard. And I know that this is hard, and I know I'm talking hard, and I know that it's a hard thing to digest when you really, really want something. But sis, I'm not saying that all African men are bad, because I could say like my husband was fairly good to me until the end. We're still married, we're separated.
Hey guys, hope you guys are doing well. I come with some very sad news. This is very sad and unfortunate. I've heard this story going around in different platforms on YouTube and social media. And another Black American woman lost her life. And in fact, this was like a grandmother. She was an elderly woman murdered by 2 people in Ghana. I think one of them was Togolese, or I don't know, but it was in Ghana. And the most disturbing part is they use juju. I'm going to get into the article in a minute, but I just want to say, I reported on this before about Black American women being
My bad. We gonna get into what she said Friday when she said juju. That is a common thing in Africa. Oh baby, the stories they have with dealing with the juju. Oh honey. Yeah, we gonna talk about it tomorrow. Now, if y'all want to stay a little longer, we can talk about it. Let me know. But yes, they do use juju. What is juju? What is juju? You say? Well, I don't know why it's got me calling the driver. Juju is the other word for something else, and they get arrested for it than they would do here.
unalive in Africa, and far too often we hear these stories. Our people really have to wake up, because we are under the false perception that Africa is our home, and when we go over to these countries, we can just blend in and think that these are people. And time again, we have seen these stories pop up of Black American women, particularly being unalive by the men over there. Black American women, you have to get a little bit more self-esteem. Later on in this video, I'm going to insert a clip of a young woman displaying the same low self-esteem in Africa worship on a panel of African men who telling her that we don't even like you. And she still wouldn't give up. But this story is really, really sad, because this woman was elderly, and I just don't know what she was thinking of moving over here and getting in a relationship with these young men. And, I keep telling Black Americans, you cannot go over there and flaunt your wealth. Even though a lot of the Black Americans going over there are not rich, they're they have more income and access to resources than the locals over there. So something as simple as a basic car is a lot. I'll link the article below, but I guess the plus size is they did get caught and arrested. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if the family reached out. I don't know. But according to the article, this was an 80-year-old woman. I don't know why an 80-year-old Black American woman was living in a third world country out in the middle of nowhere. But let's just get into this article really quick. It says 2 persons are in custody after robbing and killing 80-year-old American-based Ghanaian at her private residence. It says the suspects aged 25 and 35 have robbed the victim, killed her, and buried her behind her residence while they took her Mini Cooper and her Toyota.
Now, let me tell you, it's bad everywhere. It is bad everywhere. Y'all want more of that? It's called the Diamond_Bachelor. It's bad everywhere. And I'm just going to say this. You have to be self-aware going to these places. You have to be self-aware. If you know people, just be mindful where you are and things. A lot of people were moving to Ghana. And some of the experiences they have are, I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people would rather move. Oh, Johannesburg. Let me see. That's where it was. Johannesburg, South Africa. That's where it was. Hold on before we go. A lot of people are living there. They feel safe. South Africa is more blended. They feel safer there.
Something we have never done before. And I'm not just talking about moving to a whole nother country, Johannesburg, South Africa. Whew, what a day. Day 1, living in Josie. I'm tired, jet lag. The current goal is literally just to go downstairs and get moved into our apartment.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ricky Joseph III, and I'm about to go to my new school. I'm going to see my teacher.
Okay, you guys, so we are heading to set up our bank account because we need a bank account for doing our utilities and all of those things here in Johannesburg. We can't use our U.S. account to do that. We have to set up a bank account here. And so, off we go. Okay, so the banking situation is a whole situation, but we did manage to start the process, and now we're going to be getting ready to go take the kids to do their school tour. So progress is being made, but definitely hitting the ground running here in South Africa. Ready, set, bite. With the 1-2. How is it? Oh, she doubled down. The chicken falling out, though.
I didn't get the chicken.
I can see that. Okay, so we've made some good progress setting up the bank stuff. Some things took some hours. Now we're going to the store to grab some essentials for the apartment. Toilet paper, dish powder. Food. Yeah, food. Just some essential things to help us start getting settled in for the night. We just left the Clicks. Wanted to get some little cough medicine for Mr. Handsome's little allergies. And we got some hangers.
I'm going to fast forward a little.
It's load shedding, and we still have power even though there's load shedding because there's a generator on the building. However,
so load shedding is what I was talking about. That's what they call it. They cut the lights on around a certain time to power. Who was it? Gosh, Eat with Q, when she went to see her husband, and remember she was cooking. She was like, I'm glad I'm done cooking because because she was like, this is load shedding. Like, they do that. They cut your power off for a minute. And she said, and I think she said the power will be off like 30 minutes or an hour. She said at times. The food is not processed food in Africa. It's not processed. Like how we have packs of chicken, it's not like that. You actually going to buy a chicken, watch your chicken get feathered, cut up and clean. And then you have to re-clean it because sometimes all that feather don't come off. So it's fresh chicken, fresh meat, fresh stuff. It's not processed. Not processed at all.
The guy already told us when he checked us into our unit today, he was like, listen, you do not want to be cooking, using your stovetop, any of these things during load shedding because it's going to be very, very expensive. But my family wants dinner. Let me see if this stove will even turn on. No. So I'm supposed to just like hold this down?
Oh, it cut on.
It's on.
You good.
I think I'm gonna just have to try to like expedite all of the things that I'm cooking, even though it's chicken. So you really don't be wanting to expedite chicken, but I mean, I have to cook. They're hungry. It's 7:30.
Listen, baby. Okay, this way. This is what it's like at the farmer's market on a Sunday. I think this is what the guy was watching. I'm going to find him. And he went and he said the power cut off. And they were in the middle dancing and everything like this. And then the power just said, doop. Mm-hmm. And right now, South Africa have summertime coming up. These are their houses. Hold on. Your home is your home. You lose your job, that is still your home. Yeah. Let me see if I can find somebody living experiences. Then we're gonna go living experience. Your home is your home, from what I heard.
What is it like being here in South Africa for me? It's liberation. It's literal liberation. And the reason I say that, because as a man, you're always trying to elevate yourself, take your family with you, try to do certain things. And it's very difficult. Obviously, there are glass ceilings. Even when I was with the Secret Service, there were glass ceilings there, trust me. But here, I don't have that. So being able to walk around and people just look at you as a man, as she's saying, and an individual with maybe some means or some opportunity that you can bring. People are willing to listen.
Another thing too, a lot like hey Robin, a lot of people, like if you look at the comments, a lot of people some people go to Ghana because you don't need the proper paperwork, but you have a time limit. But once they get everything established, a lot of people move to South Africa. Let me tell you, your money got to be right. Between Nigeria and South Africa, your money got to be right. You can't come in there with no synthetic, no messed up hair. No, you got to look good from head to toe. Gucci, Prada, if you can afford it. If you got a little knockoff. But don't be coming at them because they're going to tell you about your knockoff, baby. They don't play.
You're not always explaining yourself. I'm super unapologetic, especially being here. I don't have to apologize for who I am and what I do. And there are always those that are willing to assist or help. You get to whatever goal you can help and assist others to be part of this community. But for me, it's the levels of freedom here is, like I said, for me, is insane. And I used to carry a gun and a badge. And if the police come up to me, I generally could just show them my credentials and they would just leave me alone. I mean, I have probably more freedom than most. And compared to that, this is just it's just better.
Do I feel more happier in South Africa versus America? Yes, that's my answer. Like I said, everything is amazing, from the weather, the food, just interacting with people every day. In America, I rarely interact with people or talk with folks, but when I'm here, everybody's so
They just wanna kumbaya. Nah, they just wanna kumbaya.
Okay, wait. Let me let it do its thing. Hold on. I don't know why it does that, but all right. One more video and we out of here.
You in South Africa supermarket.
God dang. Woo. What I said, it's not. It's fresh, and her meat. Got her meat. You see what meat comes. Now, if it comes to package, it's already processed by a butcher in the back, like Jamaica. When I went to Jamaica, it comes like that. It's already packaged and butchered in the bag. See the lettuce? They ain't got no bleed. They ain't got no. No, they got dong. God dang, girl. All of that food is $270 plus house stuff. You know how much we spend over here for that? You're gonna pay about a good I say $300-$500, and you don't even get half of that. The hell?
What $270
Unless you go
gets
to
you in South
Aldi.
Africa?
So I think everyone should leave, especially Black people should leave the States, because sometimes I think we get really caught up in kind of held down by the racism and prejudice and this idea that America is the center of the universe, and like no one else is experiencing the things that we're experiencing. And like, I think we get really, really down about that and we let it be a hindrance to us. And so I think that travel outside of the country, having a lightness outside of the country, especially if you're a mother with Black children, I think, especially Black boys, there's just like this lightness that I feel about the fact that my son won't get shot in the street by a cop because of the color of his skin, right? There's just a lighter energy outside of the States for Black people specifically.
I've heard that too. Yeah, those are people's experiences. So we talked about that. If you go to North Africa, kudos to you. I'm not going, but I'm going. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I've been thinking about giving myself a year to 6 months to go to Johannesburg myself with my son. I really have. Getting him a passport and leaving. I have. Because of the fact I rather, and I already asked questions about it, people that's been, I have thought about that, getting everything in order to live abroad for a while. Me and my sister, we have conversations. And she was thinking like Paris or Italy, and I said that'd be great. We got a family. We got a family over there. People up there. They'll check on you. But I was really thinking about that. And it sucks to say, but what she said at the end of that video is true. It's true. and it's getting worse before it gets better. And I think a lot of people, if you just look, let me see before we go, a lot of people are living abroad. Not even Black people. And to see what's going on, we finna tell you the numbers since this situation been going on. 4 million to 9 million people. There's no official count, but people notice with the federal voting assistance program that a lot of people are living abroad. They are leaving the country of the United States. And that's why I find out that certain states, if you speak on a certain topic, they will take your passport because they know that if you go to another country, you have the freedom and it's just about control. That's what they're doing. So Florida just started that. And also, if you live in Florida, what happened? Oh, Florida. Let me see. Florida new gun law. They just passed, and it affects even the officers, anyone in Florida. Florida has no major gun laws. No. Open carry begins marking major change in the state. What does that mean for pew owners? That means open carry officially begins this Thursday in Florida, making a significant change in the state's gun law. So don't be surprised if you see people with pews on their hips at your local grocery store. Okay, don't be surprised. I think Georgia has that. Usually it has to be, put up, but you have to. It's certain rules to it. But Florida, I don't think it's no rules to it. But we're gonna read it. So they decided earlier this month that Florida bans to carrying firearms were deemed unconstitutional in a violation of the Second Amendment. Okay. So the short, can you open carry a pew everywhere? No, you cannot. Can owners open carry in Florida? According to the decision, open carry can no longer be prohibited in places where government property is open to the public and unrestricted. However, further specifications need to be made by Florida lawmakers. So it has been determined, yes, I don't know how that's going to work when they go to these places, your courthouse, stuff like that now. Yeah, usually you can't go in there with that. Now, child, it's a madhouse. Can Florida residents wear their pews at Publix? The decision states that private property owners are still able to prohibited firearms on their property, which includes homes and businesses, according to who his name is, Thamir. In violation of this can be considered armed trespassing, so you still get a felony for that. Yeah. So the decision is made about it. Okay, so these are the rules. Any place of nuisance as defined of any open term that includes places that endanger the health of the community become manifestly injurious to the morals of manners of the community or another community, such as prostitution dens, illegal gambling halls, Pacific massage parlors, and anywhere criminal gang activity happens. Okay. Any police, sheriff, or highway patrol station, any detention facility, prison, or jail, any courthouse. Now listen to this in parentheses. Although judges may carry in the courtroom and may determine who else can. I know you lied. So you telling me it's up to the judge when you go to the courthouse if you can have it or not. That's dangerous. You supposed to take. Wow, Florida. Ooh, God. Any meeting of the governing body of a county, public school district, court, or special district. Any meeting of the legislator or community, therefore. Any school, college, or professional athlete event not related to firearms. Professional athletes event, any elementary. Now, hold on. Any elementary or secondary school facility or administration building. Now, I'm going to say this. They're already trying to push for teachers to have pews as well. Any career center, any portion of establishment license to dispense alcohol beverages for consumption on the premises, which proportion of the establishment is primarily devoted to such purpose. Any college or university faculty, the inside of a passenger terminal and sterile area of any airport, unless enclosed for shipment to be checked as baggage. Any place where the carrying of firearms is prohibited by federal law. Nobody's trying to say we're going to have a situation where people are allowed to carry into a jail. Absolutely, there are places where prohibition is appropriate and there are going to be perimeters around that. So basically, they saying that, hey, we're not saying you can't, but if it come down to it, we're not saying you can't, but we're not saying that. Basically, we're not saying, okay, let me put it like this. We're not saying you can't, but we're not saying you can either. So it depends on what we feel like is right for you to have it. It depends if we feel like you feel like your life is in danger or you tell us and you got the approval to do it. That's what it sounds like to me. As a Floridian, I am very native, born and raised. I'm very disappointed. And I'm very disappointed, is all I would say. And this is what made me mad. I remember a time in Florida when people come in, they couldn't dictate how Florida was going to be. They couldn't dictate how you was going to run. But so many people has left Florida because of certain things. They can dictate now how Florida go. And that's what's happening. These are people that are not from there. These are people that's just like, oh yeah, let's make it this way. And as a person that grew up, and I remember going and I told my sister and I told my Peach one time, I say, Florida got the life sucked out. She was like, what you mean? The vibe is different. Remember, we can just go have fun, go to places. You that's your element. Now it's like, oh no, let's suck the fun out of it. Like it was like nobody fought like that. You go to the beach, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just, you could tell it had such a vibe and just a thing. Hey, I come home, but then when I started going back home and I realized that shit ain't the vibe no more and that motherfucker took over, hell no. So these are the red flags for risk protection to also apply. That means pews can be taken away from people who been taken into custody for an involuntary examination under the Baker Act, have adjunction mental deficits or been committed to a mental institution, have temporarily blocked from processing. Well, look, if you a felon, okay, because law enforcement officer agencies petition the court and state that they are high risk of harming themselves or others. So that is the red flag. It says, according to the decision, the change to open carry only applies to people legally allowed to possess guns, which means it does not affect other restrictions in Florida firearm laws, such as restriction for those under the age of 21. If they are under the age of 21, they basically say, yeah, sure, go ahead. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're this and that? Okay, well, let's make sure you don't have a felony. You ain't doing a violent crime or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. I want to know how they're going to do this mental evaluations for people. That's my question. How you know they're not? Because I've said this before when we talked about the rapture stuff. And I said, my part of me that is scared is walking around with people that don't show they have a mental health problem. You know what I'm saying? Crying, selling their car, unaliving their kids, going to jail because they thought something was going to happen. That's what? Huh? Overly emotional. Huh? What? I'm not putting a race on it, but let's be clear. So it's gonna like, ooh. I feel like they're trying to make it right to. Here's what I think they're doing. They're making it right for them, but they're also giving people to continue to do a job for them. What do you mean by that? Meaning unaliving to do the job for them. You're doing something for them. To hear people that sit in certain seats say, oh, we built this country. This is ours. Oh, it's too many of y'all. You're making the country nasty. You're making the country dirty. Da, da, da. What? Right. So let's make these laws to where we don't want women with education. Let's target the black women with education first and target their jobs for 3,000 of them. And then we're going to hit the white women so we can make them stay home, have our babies, and be taken care of. And then if the men don't work, oh, well, they just don't have it. That's the plan. Oh, well, we can control that. It's control. So I don't blame people for leaving the country. If you're going to leave, just do your investigation. Go look at the country, check it out, research. You're going to go out the country right now, be careful. I feel like with North Africa situation, I hate to say it, but I have to be honest. We are at this country that is falling, and I said before, it's falling. The karma is hitting hard. We are at war with different countries. We have to be careful where we go. We have to be careful what we do. It's getting to a point to where they know you're American. Oh yeah. Some of them, oh yeah. They feel like, and it's not because you had your way, but it has become so bad with the things that have been said that other countries are laughing, and they're not laughing at us, but they're laughing at them. And then they're sitting here saying they don't have to deal with that. So they're making it for you to come home. You feel what I'm saying? They say come home or come where it's safe because we feel bad. Like I literally be on Threads, TikTok. These people in the comments be like, we feel so bad for y'all. Like we feel so bad for y'all. China has sat here and talked cash inched about us when they took away TikTok. Hell yeah, that girl said, man, they have an app called Red. They let us come in at the time. The girl read us the hell down. Not us, them. But she read America down. We're not like Americans. You guys can come over here, and guess what? We take care of our people anyway. What, bitch? Wait a minute. I mean, red for filth. We make sure they're not hungry. We make sure they're not this and that. Yeah, we take care of our people. We ain't like y'all. What? I say, well, baby, go ahead. Throw your palm tree. Go ahead. Like Dubai. Oh, I don't see people on the streets. I don't see. Yeah, but Dubai is more strict. So people move to Dubai. They like it. Some people don't. It's more strict. It's certain things you can and can't do in Dubai. I don't know about Korea, but the man want to be a Korean dictator, and this is what is coming to dictatorship. But psycho to me. I'm sorry. So yeah, if you to go anywhere, be careful. Some people that'll be open arms. Some people might be a little because some of the things that were said, and they might be standoffish. Okay, just to let you know. So be mindful when you go to countries. Don't be like, ew, I don't want that. You can't. No. Most countries feel like that's a disrespect. Okay, you can eat it and say thank you, but you ain't got to eat no more. If they offer you something respectfully, no thank you, or thank you, no thank you, and that's it. I've learned that growing up in school. I always told you say no thank you or thank you when you go to another country to dinner, because they feel like if you talk nasty about their food, um, they feel like that's an insult. So, you know, like some people I went with before, when I went my first trip to Jamaica, ooh, they food ain't seasoned. No, just say you. I don't think I want to order that anymore. Yeah, because that was an insult. Shit, they're gonna be like, well, damn. And then I mean, they think we spoil. And now, since they watching what's going on, they feel like, well, damn, that's crazy. But yeah, y'all, that's it. I'm gonna come back. I'm waiting on the judge answer with Diddy at this point. Yes. Oh yes. Mr. Diddler might get out. He might not. His court date is for October 3rd for his hearing, right? His lawyer asked to be acquitted because they said the things that he do is let me tell y'all. They say he's not a pimp, okay? He's not a John, okay? But they're basically saying, hey, we want to call it offense. His lawyer said, y'all saw what they said on my short. Basically, that it's an embarrassment to America to have this man sit here for things that he likes to do in his adult time. He's not a pimp. So that's what they said. Now, the judge is still in the chambers. I think we won't have an answer probably till tomorrow. He has another lawsuit. Out, but I don't think we're going to hear anything new till tomorrow. But they did say it was embarrassment to the U.S. I haven't seen anything that he's out, but I think the judge is still trying to think of should he. They asked for him to get a sentence, and he could be sentenced to essentially time served. And the judge was like, hey, the prosecutors, they trying to find more stuff to say, hey, no, this can't happen. It's still a fight. He's supposed to go to court next Friday to be sentenced. So the judge, I'm going to say this, I believe the judge is sitting here thinking on it, or he's sitting here going to make him wait till the 3rd. I will let y'all know in a couple of hours. Oh, it's 4? Yeah. I'll let you guys know by 6:30, the updates. I'm probably back on 7. We got a lot of updates to cover today. And I hope you guys enjoy the live. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I got a chilling update of the family, Braxton's family values. So, yeah, we got a lot to talk about. What? 92 vaccines to attend school and say not a single one has ever been tested in placeable controlled trial. What? When do we be talking? We're going to update about that too. Thank you, Robin. We're going to update about that too. Yeah, we got a lot of updates. We got Moniece, pray for. We got the guy that brought the Turning Point merch. Yeah. And this lawsuit. Oh yeah. We got a lot to catch up on. I'm gonna come back, matter of fact, I'm gonna come back at like 8:39. 8:30. We're gonna come back at 8:30. We're gonna talk about it because this is wild. It's a lot of shit going on right now. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be careful, like I said. Thank you guys for watching. Enjoy your Friday Eve, honey. Get you a nice little cocktail today, a little, not much, because I know going from work and it's a lot. But thank you guys. and I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you, watching and everything. And I will be back tonight with more information. I don't think the deadline gonna be out, y'all. Now I don't know. Last time I said that, I don't know. I don't know. I'll keep y'all updated. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.
It's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenally.
Birds singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and